Today we're at West Yellowstone, Montana, just outside of Yellowstone National Park. We just rode up this morning from Idaho Falls, had a little lunch. Now we're going to make our way around Hebgen and Earthquake Lake. Talked to a gentleman that grew up here, and he was telling us some stories about his childhood up here. This hotel to our left, he used to bring his dates over here on date night, he called it, and they would sit around back in the evenings and watch the grizzly bears eat out of the trash cans. They've since made all the trash cans bear-proof in town, so that they don't get to do that anymore, but that was their entertainment in this little town 30 years ago. So as we leave West Yellowstone here, we're gonna head on out. We'll cross the Madison River and make our way around Hebgen Lake. There are quite a few campgrounds in the area. There's at least 3 or 4 National Forest campgrounds that I can think of, and there's a KOA over on the east side of town. So there's plenty of camping around. A lot of the National Forest campgrounds are first come, first served. You can't make reservations in them. But I have found that if you get up here at a decent time, say the checkout time is 10 o'clock. If you come up here between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning, you can almost guarantee you can get one of these Forest Service campsites up here. This is the area where the west entrance is to Yellowstone, so it does get pretty busy up here. It's kind of a cool little tourist town though. There's tons of hotels, tons of little shops, little gift shops. There's what they call the Bear Wolf Discovery Center, where they actually test trash cans and bear-proof containers, and sometimes you can see them doing that. And they have a bunch of wolves in there too that you can go see. It's pretty interesting. They have a lot of displays of the trash cans that failed, so that's kind of a cool thing to go see. So right here is one of the campgrounds. It's Baker's Hole Campground. It's right on the Madison River. It's a really nice camp area. The only drawback to that one is pretty close to the road. At least some of the sites are. You can get a little farther away from the road, but it can be noisy at night. Yellowstone National Park is only about a half mile to my right here, so we are really close, just basically parallel on the border right here. Well, we're approaching the turn off to Hebgen Lake. You can see this is a really beautiful valley. As you can tell, a lot of other people think that too by all the houses that are scattered around here on the hillside. Roads so far have all been in really good shape. And you can see we still have some snow on the mountains here. We're, I think, in the 3rd week of June or July right now. So it's been a good snow year. And we'll talk to you more once we get close to the lake. Well, here we are along Hebgen Lake. It's not very far from the turnoff. I'd say 6-7 miles at the most to where I'm at right here. It's quite a neat lake. It's backed up by, it's actually a reservoir backed up by a dam that was built probably in the 30s, if I remember right. It's not a super deep lake, but it's pretty. A lot of people come up, recreate. There's a lot of big fish that live in this lake. It's pretty popular with the fishermen. As you can see, it's a beautiful place. It's even on a day when you weren't catching fish, the sights are good enough. They'd hold you over. Got some awesome mountain views around here. Some Some awesome little green hills and meadows. It is quite the view. I believe it was back in the 1950s they had a magnitude 7 point something up here, and a huge earthquake. And later on down here we're going to be going to Earthquake Lake and show you around there. There's still standing trees in that lake. That lake was created by a landslide, and that landslide killed quite a few people. We'll explore the visitor center later on and get you the number on that. But this whole valley actually tilted, they said, 15 feet with that earthquake. And there used to be some buildings that were actually in the lake that were lodges back in the 1950s. And there's pictures of houses that were floating down the river and all kinds of stuff. It's quite a deal. I don't know if those houses are still there. Last time we went to try to find them, I think the ice finally claimed them. But it took the road out. It really did a lot of damage back then. The amazing thing about it is it didn't break the dam. The dam actually held. There were some cracks in it, but the earthquake actually didn't rupture it and create any catastrophic failure or anything. So that's pretty amazing. Some good engineering going on there. Now it looks like we're heading into the canyon section up where the dam is and that. It's a beautiful section. Lots of turns, lots of pretty views around here. Right here's the dam. Looks like we got a group of guys coming up the road here. So from here on down, we're just along the Madison River. We'll just cruise along the river here, and then here in just a little while we'll get to a place where the river started backing up when the landslide hit and created Earthquake Lake. Right up here in this section where we're going right through here, a lot of people were trapped after the earthquake. Behind us, on the way back to West Yellowstone, the road had collapsed down into the water and was gone for quite a few miles, I believe. And then on the direction we're going, the landslide had taken the road out on this end, and the water was starting to back up, and people were trapped in this valley, and they didn't really know what to do. And I think a lot of them were trapped here for quite a while, and it was quite a lot of work to get everybody out of here. Right here we're starting to get into the area where the water's still backed up from the lake. You can see the dead trees over there in the water. Imagine being out here in the 50s, you know, without any of the modern communication or anything we have now. You could have been without communication for quite a while before you found a way out of here. On the mountain ahead of us there, where there's no trees, that's actually where the landslide occurred. see we're coming up toward the visitor center, and all these rocks and everything that you see the building on up there were actually part of that landslide. They came all the way across the valley and ended up all the way over here. That had to be something to see. Well, we'll pull on into the visitor center here and check out and see what they got. Well, we're just leaving the visitor center at Earthquake Lake, and what I'll do is I'll post some of the stills that I took inside that tells the story of what happened that night. So if you need to read them, just go ahead and pause the video and you'll be able to take a good look at them. As we leave the Madison River Valley here, I'd like to thank you for coming along today, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see some more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button, and that way you'll get a notification every time I upload a new video. So again, I thank you for coming along. Take care and thanks.